Taiwan's fashion labels, as well as the talents of the designers, have frequently come into the spotlight of the global fashion stage and the world market in recent years. Taiwan's fashion labels have been highly respected by neighbouring nations, especially in women's fashion. Taiwan has relatively abundant design human resources in this area, and the main reason lies in our education for fashion designers, including Shiqian University, formerly Shiqian College of Home Economics, Tainan University of Technology, formerly Tainan College of Home Economics, and Furen University. Many of the graduates from these schools have gone into the field of design and development for women's fashion. Renowned international designer, who has been in the field of fashion design for over 30 years, was a graduate of Shiqian University. Fen Hong's private label, Sophie Hong, is a breakthrough of traditions. With integration of modern technology and aesthetic expression, she presented a style of fusion from the essence of Oriental and Western cultures.
Since I graduated from fashion design Shiqian University in 1977, I haven't stopped designing. Of course, I felt I should have a brand of my own. Sophie Hong is my French name, and using my own name for my private label means I take full responsibility for my products. I think it is a creative process, thinking with originality, from fabric to crafting and to finished production. I wish to make something unique from other brands, so it's like painting or other installation art for me. The most important thing to me is how to add elements of culture and craft into the traditional fashion, and how to bring presentation of heritage into modern-day living. So of course, there is modern technology now to help us turn ideas into reality.
Designer Sophie Hong uses curves extensively to create a unique style of a layered look. Her brand philosophy is well presented in the details of her design.
Things I made and developed, including fabrics, are possibly something you've never seen before. Everyone knows what Hong silk is. The image is antiquity. There are two knotted buttons on the piece, making it very oriental. It looks like Kung Fu suit. In contrast, things I make now are quite contemporary and international. We pay a lot of attention to the detail. I put the cultural totems in my pieces. Like this red little dot here. Most people would design a flower or an animal, but I don't have the extra force to do it now. So what did I do? This is a hidden color. I use this red little dot to fix it in place for practical as well as decorative purpose. But why a red dot? This is the color of auspice. The red dot is like a conclusion mark. It accentuates the overall design. It becomes a beautiful and easily recognizable symbol of the brand.
A consolidation of the Orient and the West, art and practicality, Sophie Hong's designs are elegant and rich in cultural content.
From fabric, cutting, overall packaging to actual fitting on a person, the quality of a piece lies not in the clothes itself, but the person who is wearing it. The buyer has good taste for fashion. They want to have beautiful and high-quality products. I can make such things, and it is the position I take. I began to do fashion shows overseas since 1994. I produced fashion shows in Europe, the US, and Japan for 2 seasons each year for the spring and summer collections and fall and winter collections. The market responded quite well. The shows are produced in the forms of performances and exhibitions. We participate in exhibitions and bring home the orders. Taiwan's fashion industry began in my generation. Therefore, I thought since I studied fashion design, I should do my best in my field of specialty. The domestic market is not big enough, and I'm not satisfied with such scale. I want everyone to know me, so I must step outside. When you're looking for people from Paris, New York, and Tokyo to come to see your work, and it's never been easy, you must reach out to them.
From the upstream chemical fibers to the downstream garments, Taiwan has had a long development in the fashion industry, and up until today has become quite a mature industry. Because Taiwan does not have its own production of cotton, silk, linen or wool, natural fibers are in relative shortage. Most of the natural materials have been imported. Therefore, chemical fibers became the major force in the local textile development. In the past 5 to 8 years, Taiwan's textile and garment industry focused on the development of sports and casual wear and has had impressive achievements. Taiwan's vintage brand of casual wear for 30 years, Free, launched a new brand in 2008, Free East. After 30 years of development, Free has had a very high level of production technology. Therefore, we want to further expand the market. Development of a private label is inevitable. The company began planning 6 years ago and took 5 years to produce the first products. Through a series of technology developments, we found that the artists are very supportive of our ideas, including Professor Li Zhengming. He also entrusted us to make his artworks into beautiful fashion statements. Different from the casual style of Free East pioneered to put the artworks of Taiwan's very own artists on the garments. This offers a new stage for domestic art society and created a new generation Oriental craft that combines the essences of art and fashion. Artworks are not only presented in exhibitions, they're now the elements of a very different industry. We discovered in the interactive process with Free East that 1 + 1 yields an effect far greater than 2. It was an effect of multiplication. At present, Free East places the artworks from the artist into a process of research and development, whereas our designers deconstruct the visual languages and reconstruct the images into wearable fashion. Through knitting technology, the life of the artworks from the domestic artists is joined by modern-day creative process and technology to create a new brand value.
Other than presenting a new Oriental style, we brought in the artworks of renowned Taiwanese artists, and through redesign, we presented a new fusion of fashion and art. Like this piece we have here now. This is an artwork of Master Li Zhenming named Butterfly Dreams. We not only reinterpreted his image, but also presented his art through knitting technology instead of regular image printing. Based on the essence of the original work, we recreated the image of the butterfly all the way down to the detailed layers of gradation in the flowers and butterflies to faithfully express the original touch of the artist's work. Threads of different colors must be replaced for different sections of knitting. This is very time-consuming. In general, this piece gives most people from East or West the impression of practicality and fashion in a subtle Oriental style, and this is the most distinctive feature of our brand.
Free East is positioned with a brand mission to push Oriental art into the world fashion stage. Therefore, we have a concept store at Da'an Road, Taipei, and are planning to set up flagship stores in the Regent Hotel Taipei and Royal Hotel Taipei. In the future, we plan to have several sales points in central and southern Taiwan. And of course, we do not rule out the possibility to open overseas and in China. We are currently actively planning for future development. Fashion of Free East is like artworks on the move. They present a new Oriental aesthetics fused with classical and contemporary imagery. I think the Ministry of Economics has its policies, but for the individual industries, I haven't seen a concrete plan. We hope our government will continue to provide assistance to the companies currently developing international brands and be creative on the schemes, so that they will meet the needs of these brands in the development process. The brands especially need substantial assistance in the overseas market, so that they can lower the risks and clear the obstacles on the way. Under the support of the International Trade Bureau of the Ministry of Economic Affairs, we organise a Taipei InStyle International Fashion Brand Expo in August every year. At the expo, many designers and brands from China and other areas in the world have expressed their thoughts about participating in the events. I think through the Taiwan Trade Net, we will bring more elites in the fashion industry to participate, study and explore more business opportunities in the development of fashion brands.